This is the Dongfeng Box, the latest addition to the cheapest EV category right here in Malaysia because of its starting price at 100,000 ringgit. Now, it's just been launched here in Malaysia and here are 5 things that you should know about it. Number 1 is its looks, because this might just be the most adorable EV right here in Malaysia. For one, is the size, because this here is just about the same size as a BYD Dolphin, so it is actually quite tiny. But I think what really makes it very cute is just its roundish silhouette, which if you think about it is actually quite funny because this car is called Box. In terms of standard equipment on the outside, you get the full width LED headlights, the Squircle 3D LED tail lights, pop-out door handles, as well as 17-inch wheels, which are alloys on the high-end variant, and stylized with a aerodynamic cover on the low-end variant. But there's one thing that you'll never expect in a car that is 100,000 ringgit, and that's this: frameless windows on all 4 doors. You also won't expect this kind of interior on a 100,000 ringgit car, because just check out this quilted padding on the dashboard. Now, of course, these are not real leather, but still, when you pair it to this decorative straps on the dashboard itself, as well as this very unique display on the center 12.8-inch infotainment display, I think this car here actually does look really nice on the inside. Other standard equipment on the inside include the 5-inch digital instrument cluster, automatic climate controls, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, a 50 watts wireless charging pad with air vents over here, 32 color ambient lighting, as well as these leatherette seats, which if you choose the higher end E3 variant, you'll also get power adjustments on the driver's seat itself. Oh, and you want to know what else is special? Just check out this glove box over here. Now, even though this is a tiny EV hatchback, I think there's still quite a lot of space, especially here in the back seats. Just check out the amount of knee room I have with this set to my standard driving position. Now, that is in part due to this car having the longest wheelbase within the segment, but also in part because of the floor over here, which is completely flat, giving you a lot more space to move your feet around. There's also a lot of storage spaces, especially in front, and the boot is also pretty decent as well because it goes very low into the boot. But the highlight for me in the cabin over here is the fact that these seats in front here can actually be folded all the way flat, so you can just sort of lounge around with your feet on top of the front seats when you are, say, charging the car. Both of these variants are powered by the same single motor powertrain on the front axle here, making 95 horsepower and 140 Nm of torque. Now, there's no published 0 to 100 times on this car, but this is a city car after all, so maybe that is not the most important bit. Top speed is also rated at 140 km per hour, but again, it is a city car. Now, the main difference between the two variants are their battery sizes. On the E2 variant, you get a 31.45 kWh battery pack that is enough for only 330 km of range on the CLTC test cycle. And we all know just how lenient CLTC actually is. Now, if you want more range, you have to jump up to the E3 variant that gets a 42.3 kWh battery pack, giving you 430 km of range on the CLTC cycle, which in the real world should be around 320 km of range, I would say. Charging on this car is not very fast. Now, on the E2 variant, using AC power, it only supports up to 3.3 kilowatts, and on the E3 variant, 6.6 kilowatts, and they did not publish any charging speeds on this car. They also didn't mention any DC fast charging capacity on this car, but they did say on both variants, 30 to 80% using DC power should take around 30 minutes. So if my maths is correct, that should be around 30 and 40 kilowatts of DC power support based on the variants. Number 5 is the price. Now, I did mention just now that this car starts at 100,000 ringgit, but that is actually not that accurate because that is the RRP. For actual on the road and without insurance price, the E2 is priced at 100,700 ringgit, while the E3 here is priced at 113,700 ringgit. And there's also an option for a white roof like you see over here, and that is 2,000 ringgit. Included in the price is a 5-year or 150,000 km vehicle warranty, as well as an 8-year or 150,000 km battery warranty. Now, CADB, the distributors of Dongfeng here in Malaysia, did previously say that this car will be locally assembled right here in Malaysia. But that hasn't happened yet, so this batch of the Dongfeng Box will all be imported from China. For more information on the all-new Dongfeng Box, do log on to AutoBuzz.my.